Hey, Matt Catling here, and I just wanted to send you this quick message from my office here in Manly. And what I wanted to talk to you about today is business. My passion is business, and I love helping people grow. And what I call that is the breakout. And we've got a couple of breakout levels that happen in business, and one of the levels of the breakout is where you break out of your job, and that's probably the number one thing that people want to do is break out of their job, because job dissatisfaction is at an all-time high, and it's often like, in order to do it, a lot of people don't really understand what the jump takes, because there's a psychological jump that occurs, and a lot of people don't understand this. A lot of people focus on strategy and a lot of how-to, but a lot of the time they don't implement the how-to because of this. And so I've spent my life like studying the psychological side and what it takes, and the jump is the jump of certainty. The first jump is the jump of certainty. Because if you think about it, like when you're employed, your certainty is on another structure. Your revenue or your life is coming from another structure. And so you go to work every day, you can do an average job, and basically you get paid for it. You get paid for holiday leave, you get paid for sick leave, and that doesn't happen in business. But the buck stops with you when it comes to your business. And that's a challenge, because certainty then has to come from within. Not another structure, not the heroin injection of a wage every week. And the thing is about business, if you don't focus on the right things, then you don't get paid, pure and simple. And so a lot of the time people have to go through crises, and those crises, as you get through those crises, you become stronger, and that strength starts to happen at an unconscious level. And what happens is you start to see things differently, you start to get more creative, and then all of a sudden you start to focus on the things that are going to produce results. Now, the thing is, you don't have to go through the crises. If you started to work on your psychology and you looked at what are the things that are holding you back, what are the belief systems, what are the things that I've modeled from my parents or from other people that I've seen in business, and start to really shift this stuff. Because we process, there's 2 million bits of information coming to us every second, and we can only process 134 bits. Now, those 134 bits that we process are typically our belief systems. So what we're talking about is perception is projection. And what that means is that we're fundamentally only seeing our belief systems or what we focus on. And you've probably had this experience before, when you decide to go and buy a brand new car, and then all that you can see is that car, that same make and model everywhere. And now, previously, you didn't see that car. But you changed your filters, you changed your focus, and all of a sudden you see that car everywhere. Now, the reality is that car's always been there, but previous to that, you were deleting information. That's the same thing that happens. If you've got a whole lot of limiting belief systems, then what's going to happen is you're going to see limitation. And that's where you have someone that no matter what the situation is, they're going to find fault, or no matter what the situation is, they're going to find a way to be really angry or pissed off. And conversely, someone else in the same situation, no matter what the situation is, they're going to find a way to be happy or joyous. And the same thing happens in business, is that if you've got a whole lot of belief systems that business is hard, business is challenging, that's all you're going to experience. And versus, if you've got a whole lot of belief systems that are congruent to earning, say, $1 million or $100,000 a year or whatever it is, you're going to see the opportunities. And most importantly, you're going to pounce on those opportunities, because especially at the 100K jump in business, it's all about pouncing on opportunities with intensity. Like kind of like the Wild West. You're getting creative, you wanted to build an incredible internal sense of certainty, so your motivation continues. But most importantly, you want to pounce on opportunities as fast as you possibly can. And so I hope this little video helps you, especially if you're making that jump out of your career or out of employment at the moment, and you're jumping into wild wide west, which is business. One of my biggest suggestions to you is to work on your psychology. And a great way to do that is one of our programs, which is Live It Now. Live It Now is our contribution program. We're raising money for charity. And be my guest. Check out liveitnow.com.au. We feed you incredibly organic, beautiful food. And most importantly, we teach you some really powerful business principles. And most importantly, we're going to help you with your psychology. So hope to see you at one of our Live It Now trainings. But most importantly, my biggest suggestion to you is get out there and create a disruption. Create a disruption to create an eruption of business opportunities. See you soon. Bye for now.